Hello everyone, my name is Philippa Gamisa, currently a STEM facilitator with Makers Place. Today in our video tutorial, we're going to see how we can use PictoBlox to do object detection. So let's kickstart then. To begin, we start our new project. Good. And we need to add the extension that will enable us to do the object detection. How do we get that? So we go to the add extension, then we're going to use the object detection. Good. However, the little thing is that you say sign in is required to use object detection extension. If you don't already have an account with them, you need to register. Then you can then be able to use that. So let me go ahead and type in my credentials so I can add my object detection. Good. So we wait whilst it uploads. Okay, come in. Let's go back there and add it. Okay, yeah, it says we should wait. So it's loading. So whilst we wait, let me tell you a little about what object detection is. So this is simply a computer vision where in object detection, we help the computer is able to identify objects in digital photography, and not only identify them in images, it's also able to classify, telling you what is in the image and how many objects are in the image. We see the application in self-driven cars where they're able to analyze their surroundings and know whether there's a car next to it, there's a human being walking, or there's someone riding a bicycle by it. It's also being used in video surveillances. So these are some of the applications of object detection. Okay, so before we start, what we need to bear in mind is that to do the object detection, first we need to get our image, and then we need to be able to let PictoBlox analyze the image. So analyzing the image is very important. So let's kickstart. So we need to bring in the image that we are going to analyze. So I go to my backdrop. Then I'm going to upload this image from my computer. So this is the kid and bus. That is the image we'll be using for today's session. So wait for it to load. Good. So I've been able to select the stage station. Realize something that when I click on the block to write a script, my motion is deactivated. Why? Because I have the backdrop selected. However, the script you are going to write should rather have your sprite rather selected. We are writing it for the sprite and not for the backdrop. But see what happens when I click on Toby. Then I can make use of the motion block because we'll be using some of the blocks there. Okay. But unfortunately today I'm not going to use Toby for the analysis. So I can delete Toby now. Then I'm going to use another sprite called square box. So add it. So remember, you go here, choose a sprite, and we're going to use a square box. So to begin, what did I say? We need to be able to analyze the image. So we go to our event, when green flag, to be able to analyze the image. We take the analyze image one. Analyze image, is it from the camera on the stage? For this application, we are analyzing it from the stage. So I select that one. So let's click the green flag and see. Good. So we can see there was a name, the squares drawn on them, telling you the images that are there. I don't necessarily need these boxes. I want to use this my yellow box to be able to do the analysis for me. So here you have the green, you have the purple, you have the ash box. We don't need them. So if we don't need them, those are the bouncing boxes. So we can hide them. So let's see, when I click the green flag again, we don't see them. So now when my yellow box is moving, you can then be able to, what's the name? See what is happening here. But let's see something here. We want it to be able to tell us the number of objects there. So let me click it and see. It tells you how many objects are there. 3. Is that so? We have someone here, we have a truck here, you have another person here. Okay, so that is good. Now, I want us to explore another block here. It says get class of object. So what is a class of object? 1, it says object 1 is a person. Good. Get the class of object 2. Object 2 is a truck. Okay, it tells us that. Then get class of object 3. It says object 3 is person. Good. So I think we are getting there. Great. So then, before we do the analysis, we need to first, as you saw earlier, when I clicked on the green flag, we had some boxes drawn here. So to automatically do the analysis, we want this my box to go to this location, tell me what object it is, come to this location, tell me what object is it, and come here and also tell me the object that it is. So here we need to first be able to locate or get the location of the object. The box should go to the location of the object. It opens to fit the size of the object and then get us the name of the object. Good. But before we do that, first and foremost, we need something that is going to help us keep track of the number of objects. We need something like a box that we can keep track of the number of objects. And what box is that? Here there is a block in PictoBlox we call a variable. So we make a new variable, and that is where we'll keep the number of boxes the number of objects inside. So that would help us see we have done object 1, object 2, or object 3. So we name the variable object. Okay, good. So now, when I say get number of images, we have it right there. Good. So I think everything is good. So object start at 0. Good. So now, how do we go about it? Good. So at the start of when I press the green flag, we set the object to 0. Why are we doing so? So that, assuming you analyze this image and you have to bring another image, it's not going to add on to the number of images, but rather for every new image you analyze, it starts from scratch. So we setting the object to 0 is like resetting the number of objects, and then it can start all over for you. Okay, so with that, what do we need to do? We need to be able to, we mentioned that we need to get the location, the size, and name of the object. So to get the size of the object, it's something we can see. So the block that can help us is the looks block. We go to set size to. However, this time around, we are setting the size to the width of the object. So what do we do? So we change the class to width, and then we can put it there. So this first one gets me the size of the object. Now we need to be able to let the box move to the location of the object. So to do that is motion, something that has to do with movement. So we need to let it go to the specified X and Y. I don't need to manually move the box. So to do that automatically, we go back to our blocks tablet, sorry, the object detection. Then we go and take the get class. But this time around, instead of class, it's going to get the X position. And then I can duplicate this and bring it here and then change it. I should go to the Y position. Okay, good. So having done that, then finally we needed to be able to tell us the name of the object. So to tell us something we can see, so we're going to use a say hello. And still the analogy as we use for the set size to and the go to position, we still bring out this one, the get the class of object. But remember, here, which option will get us the name of the object? In PictoBlox, the one that gets us the name is the class. So we keep it at class of object, then we put it here. Good. So now let's see whether this would get it to work for us. Click on it, it gives me a person. Okay, it keeps showing on the first person. What is the problem? Oh, good. So remember that here it keeps the object at 1. So it means it's doing the analysis only on 1. So if I want it to move to the track, then I need to select 2. So go and select 2. If we are right, then we should get a track. So let's see if it gets us a track. It tells us a track and it's big enough. Okay. So if I need a third person, we change it to 3. Okay, so it gets us a third person. Good, good. But however, do we always have to come in to be able to manually change it to tell us? That is tedious, is that not it? Want to find a way of making it automated. So to be able to do that, that is why we created our variable object. Good. So now we need to be able to let it move based on the object. Okay, good. So let me quickly do that. Okay, good. So with that done, it's going to be done multiple of times. So we also know that for something to be done multiple of times, we need a repeat block. So good. So we go to control. This time around, we'll be using repeat until. Repeat until when? We want it to repeat until it has done all the number of images. So if I was to switch the stage to a picture that had 1,000 people, we want it to do for all the 1,000. So if that is the case, we need to be able to compare that. So it means we bring in our operator, then we change we put in the number of objects, and then it should be equal to a variable, it should be equal to object number. Good. So we can put this one inside. So let's see if we are good to go. Click the green flag. What does it say? It says now. Now, what's the problem? Let's see if we can debug it. Oh, okay. It says object is 0. So it means it has resetted it to 0. So we need to be able to find a way of letting it move from the first object, move to the second object, and go to the third object. So how do we do that? What can fix this thing? It's still at the variable. We use a change my variable, change the my variable to object, and then we can put it here. So the start of every execution or inside a repeat, it will change it to 1 as it moves to the next one. So let's see if that gets it done. It gets as the person moves to the track and then the other person. Good. Thank you all very much. So this brings us to the end of our video tutorial. So thank you and see you once again. Don't forget to click the like button, like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.